Over the past two games, the 49ers defensive line has surged. And if this continues happening, then this team has quite the formula entering the postseason. And we all remember 2019. That was a line that excelled, especially coming off the edge. You had D Ford on one side, Nick Bosa on the other, Eric Armstead playing defensive end on some base downs, and obviously DeForest Buckner was in the middle. But there was one key loss that 49ers defensive line suffered down the stretch, and it happened in week 14, and it might be a little bit forgotten about because the 49ers in week 14 won that epic game against the Saints. And that key loss was DJ Jones, who hurt his ankle in that game and missed the rest of the season. The 49ers didn't have big 93 in the middle for the final, 4 weeks of the regular season, and then for the 3 games in the playoffs. And I think if they had DJ Jones against the Kansas City Chiefs, that game might have ended up differently in the postseason because the Chiefs were able to get theirs on the interior, especially with the run game. And ultimately, that did chip away at the 49ers defense. And you saw that damn break in the fourth quarter. So you just wonder what could have happened had the 49ers had DJ Jones in that Super Bowl at the end of the 2019 season. Well, maybe we'll find out what the 49ers defense looks like with a healthy DJ Jones down the stretch. We might as well knock on wood. I'm doing it right now. But DJ Jones currently is staying in there. He did deal with a knee issue this week, missed practice on Wednesday and Thursday, but he was back Friday, and it looks like he'll probably be good to go for the 49ers and the Falcons. And in the larger picture, he's good to go for the 49ers moving forward into December, which hasn't happened in every single year with the 49ers since 2017. He's finished some seasons healthy with them, but he hasn't finished, fresh and overpowering the way that you see him right now. And the way that DJ Jones is playing right now is special. He's been damn good for the 49ers this season, and it's been so important because he's that cog. They've needed somebody to step up on the inside, especially after Javon Kinlaw's injury, to give this line a chance to be special, to develop into something that can really change games moving forward. And right now, this line is on a good trajectory to do just that. Take a look at this. This is run stop win rate as a defensive tackle. This is how often do NFL defensive tackles beat their blocks working against the run. All of them ranked right here. DJ Jones, number 1. 47%. Christian Wilkins, good player for the Miami Dolphins, number 2, 44%. Greg Gaines, he's a big-time people mover there for the Rams in the middle. He's been having a fine year, but he's number 3 behind DJ Jones at 44%. So the eye test does not fail you. DJ Jones, he's been a fire hydrant inside. He shed those double teams. He's been physical. I mean, the Bengals tried to run up the middle, and DJ Jones, when he was in the game, he wasn't having any of it. And the bonus with this guy is that he can also run sideline to sideline. We remember the play in 2019 when DJ Jones ran Russell Wilson down to the sideline. We also remember the combination of power and athleticism on the pass rush that he brought when he just flattened Seattle's center in that same game, Joey Hunt, and sacked Russell Wilson about 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage in a flash. I mean, DJ Jones is a special talent, and it's really remarkable that the 49ers were able to get him in the 6th round back in 2017. It's really another example of this team scouting department doing a good job at, finding talent for the margins. And DJ Jones is no longer a marginal player. He's a star on this defense. But the 49ers, who have had those well-publicized draft misses in the top half of, their collection of picks throughout the years, they have had so many hits on day 3, and DJ Jones was one of them. Now they re-signed him for a year because his rookie contract is already over for this 2021 season. So this is a contract year for DJ Jones. Not playing for too much money, but he's playing the best football of his life. And he's combining that athleticism that we've seen when he runs down Russell Wilson, that we've seen when he goes sideline to sideline. He's combining that athleticism with the power that comes from your typical nose tackle, 310-pound fire hydrant. And that's what makes him a guy that's going to earn a lot of money starting next year. Now, again, knock on wood for DJ Jones. You want everybody to stay healthy. It has been an issue for him in the past. But the 49ers may want to make a move on re-signing this guy now. Start this right now. Because if you wait till March, if you wait till other teams have a shot at DJ Jones, he's just so valuable in the modern game. The nose tackle, the old school nose tackle is going, is a dying breed because he can't move fast enough. Offenses are getting lighter. Offenses are spreading it out. Defensive linemen have to run. So DJ Jones, you would think he'd be a dying breed, right? Because you would think he can't move fast enough at that size and at that power, but he can move fast enough. He can get you sideline to sideline. And obviously, he's been so rigid in that run game, as you see. He leads the entire NFL in run stop win rate. So the 49ers might be better off trying to re-up DJ Jones sooner rather than later. That being said, DJ Jones might be better off waiting. So maybe it takes two to tango in this contract talk. And I don't know if this is going to get done anytime soon just because of how well the DJ is playing right now for the 49ers. But he deserves some respect because let's be honest, he only has one sack this year. I believe he only has one quarterback hit this year. But it's not about what DJ Jones is doing as a pass rusher. It's about him absorbing double teams, getting sideline to sideline in the run game so teams can't run wide zone on you, and just being just that physical crunching presence. If you're going to a 49ers game anytime soon in person, you'll know what I mean. You can't see it as much on TV, but in person, God, this guy is rigid. This guy, I mean, you don't run up the middle against DJ Jones, as you can see with that run stop win rate. So credit where it's due. This is a guy who's been overlooked throughout most of his football career. DJ Jones grew up 15 minutes from Clemson University, wasn't offered a scholarship by Clemson University. So he ended up going to that junior college, East Mississippi. I think it's in Scuba, Mississippi. It's the one that was on Last Chance U. He had to play JC ball because Dabo Swinney didn't offer him a scholarship at Clemson, even though he was an obvious NFL talent. And then he ended up at Ole Miss. And at Ole Miss, DJ Jones earned his way into NFL draft circles, but he wasn't drafted particularly high. I mean, when you look at him on film, this is a guy who's more talented than a sixth-round draft pick. Still, injuries, unavailability really hindered him through the first 4 years with the 49ers. He was having quite the season there in 2019 when he hurt himself in week 14, so we didn't get to see him in the playoffs. And because of that, he didn't get that big money multi-year deal following the expiration of his rookie contract this past offseason. So DJ Jones signed with the 49ers on a prove-it deal, veteran salary exception this past year. And was that available? It might not have been a veteran salary exception. He might have been a little bit too expensive for it. I think it was like $3 million. I'll take a look at it here in a second. But still, bang for their buck, right? The 49ers are getting it. And now DJ Jones has set himself up to make some serious money. So just wanted to give him some love. This guy right here, big number 93. His dad owns that barbecue company back in South Carolina. DJ Jones doing a hell of a job for the 49ers. He's been damn good. And it'll be another big key, especially this week. The 49ers are operating against a sketchy Atlanta interior offensive line. Keep an eye out for this matchup. Jalen Mayfield, left guard, has had trouble this year in pass protection, run blocking. Just not a good player there at left guard for the Falcons. I think DJ Jones could do some work there against left guard. So keep your eyes peeled. Number 93 is coming. He's been a big part of this 49ers team. And if they're going to go where they want to go this year, he's going to have to keep on bringing it. No Javon Kinlaw on the inside, but DJ Jones paired with Eric Armstead. That's been nice for the 49ers. Let's see if they can keep it up. Everybody take care.